Nicky was my divorce doggie. I never had a dog when I was growing up or when I had my own kids. But when I got divorced and went from having a full house, 3 children and a husband, to having my kids only every other week, I decided I needed a dog. That's how I found Nicky, my Shih Tzu. I hoped that having a dog would deflect some of the pity I got from well-meaning friends. People saw this cute little pup, and instead of asking me how I was doing, they'd say how cute she was. Nicky was a really loyal companion, and an adorable one. Nicky was also a princess. When I remarried, I got a fancy garter that I put around her middle. She pranced around proudly, shamelessly upstaging me, the bride. My children were afraid that I'd ask her to walk down the aisle. She liked to be the center of attention, and she knew how to get it. She liked to bury herself in a blanket. Then out came her little face with those big protruding eyes. You couldn't help but smile and engage in a peekaboo game. Nicky also had a mischievous side. We kept a beautiful mohair blanket, handmade by my sister-in-law, on the back of our couch. Nicky was allowed to sit on that couch, but she knew she shouldn't touch that blanket. But it was soft, and she wanted it. So she'd pull it down and nestle in. But because she knew she was breaking a rule, she'd nap with one eye barely open in case someone caught her. Then she'd jump to the floor and pretend that she wasn't in trouble. Every day when I came home from work, Nicky raced to the door, wagging her tail. Kevin, my husband, often brought her outside when he heard my car. He'd set her down, and she'd run to me and cover my knees with slobbery kisses. After Kevin and I got married, the first time we sat on our new couch watching a movie, Nicky jumped between us, wriggling her little butt down so she could sit beside me and not Kev. Little jealousy, I think. But as she got older and more brittle, cuddling became uncomfortable for her. When I would come home, she would have trouble getting to her feet to greet me. But she'd lift her head in my direction. She began having episodes of toppling over and being unable to get up. The veterinarian called these fainting spells, which I thought fit Nicky's persona perfectly. One of these spells caused her demise, but I was there, holding one paw. Nicky was a great friend, and I was her favorite human. Nothing I can imagine compares to that.